Welcome to this pick card. Please take a look at the crystals and choose the one that resonates with you the most so that you can receive messages about dreams that you've been having recently. Okay, let's dive right into the reading. If you have chosen Lapis Lazuli, let's take a look at what your dreams have been trying to communicate to you. All right, let's take a look. First card is Sweat Lodge, and it's number 54. And when you break that down in numerology, it's the number 9. And I'll go into a little more depth of the meaning of each card. And the next one is the Ancient Ones, and that's the number 1. And your final card, dream card, is the number 11. Okay, so right off the bat, your first card with the Sweat Lodge is about going within. Going within, going into the Sweat Lodge is a form of meditation, a form of retreat within oneself to not just get away from the outer world, but to further examine the inner world. So your dreams are communicating to you that you are in need of going within more and understanding the things that lie beneath. And dreams are about the subconscious. So it is the dreams of you that you've been having of late are communicating to you that going within, going deep, going underneath all of these outer layers are what is necessary for enlightenment and for healing. And your next card is the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones are those who have passed on, those who are related to you, recent relatives who have passed, as well as ones who are way down further in the bloodline. They come and they communicate to you via the spirit realm, and they assist you in working things out that you are going through in your waking life. So the Ancient Ones are there to help bring messages to you through symbolism. And sometimes we try to make a whole lot of these symbols, and we tie certain emotions to certain things. And although that is helpful, they're not always literal. We tend to, in society, tie one meaning to a certain thing. And so we have to try to understand that symbols can have multiple meanings depending on all the surrounding aspects. Okay? And to further help you to understand that is in this dream card, you see multiple images. Multiple images. The one in the dead center, the largest one, is someone who's juggling. They're juggling dice. And on the surface, if you just look at the fact that he's juggling, it means that he's possibly having a lot of things that he has to manage. And also, the two things being juggled can also be about having to make choices. And if you even dig even further into the image, you can look at the numbers, and you've got the 4 and you've got the 3. So that's the number 7. I mean, you can look at a lot of different things in just this center image. And on the outer edges of this card are many different images. So you've got, for instance, this one is someone who is studying. It's representing studying in a laboratory or experimentation. And here, this is someone who is being pushed. Looks like someone's being pushed. And then you've got a mountain here, like you maybe have some great challenges ahead of you. And the climbing aspect, you're climbing and having to make effort. But then there's planting. There's someone planting trees. So you're planting new life. And here you're pressing the green button. You're ready to go. So this is telling me multiple things about what your dream state has been offering you. You're being offered messaging to show you that your choices are center and very key, very important to pay attention to your choices and to study and to continue to climb, push yourself forward and go higher. Plant seeds of knowledge. Go for what you want to get out of your life, okay? But with the combination of these three, this is about going within so that you can study and realize your potential, receive messaging from the ancient ones, those things that they want to help you and to guide you forward. So yeah, this is very good. For those of you who have chosen the Lapis Lazuli, you're being guided, and the messaging here is about going forward, pushing yourself, planting those seeds of knowledge. Okay, I apologize, my camera cut out on me, but I'm back. And what I was saying was the image here at the lower bottom quarter of this card is someone playing tennis. They're playing a game of tennis, and this is showing that they are hitting the ball. So you're targeting your goal. Okay, so yeah, this is really about receiving messages and going forward with the information that you receive, taking precautions, any kind of messaging you're receiving, but mostly about pushing forward. Don't let anything get in your way. Go ahead, make the forward movement, plant seeds of life and growth. All right, let's move on to those of you who chose the rose quartz. Okay. All right, so first card is the lower world. The lower world. The lower world it's very much subconscious, subterranean. So many of our dreams feel like they're in a deep, dark place, and it's otherworldly. So it's really going into the lower world is more so geared towards, I'm feeling like it's more towards shadow work. And shadow work is about working on those things, those aspects of ourselves that tend to be uncomfortable. So for those of you who've been having dreams lately that have been a little weird and even scary, these are some things that are coming to the surface that are helping you to realize that you have some fears that you need to work with or work on. The next card is the moon. Again, the moon card is about things that are that can be hidden, but with the moon, they can be illuminated. They can be brought to the surface. things that need to be better understood. The illumination of the moon helps to bring these things that are in the lower world up to the surface so that you can realize them, so that you can see them. Now, again, sometimes these things can be scary, sometimes these things are painful, but because they are down in the depths, maybe they've been pushed down, and for good reason, because sometimes you just don't want to deal with those things ever again. But unfortunately, when they're pushed down very deep, they're still there. And you haven't dealt with them properly. So in bringing those things to the surface, you're being made aware from your subconscious to your conscious mind. The fears, the anxieties that lay below the surface in the subconscious are being raised to the conscious. Okay, and the dream card that comes out is the 63, which is the number 9. This is also like a hermit energy, but again, some of the images that lie around the outer edges, there aren't as many images in this one. These are more like masks that we place upon ourselves when we don't want to maybe reveal some of these darker, deeper, anxious sides to ourselves. So we're asked to bring some of those, remove the mask to ourselves, not necessarily letting other people in on every aspect or deep, dark secret. This is about the inner work. This is about working on yourself to realize the things that you need to work on, and then, slowly identify them. This area in here, this is showing an image of some fighting that's going on. This is about the inner fight that we're dealing with. And some of the other images have to do with, let's see, this is about, it looks like someone is above a crowd, maybe someone who is an influencer. So are you influencing or are you being influenced? So take a look at something that you might be dealing with in your waking life. Are you being influenced in a way that is uncomfortable for you, and that that doesn't sit well with you, that your subconscious is holding, but your dreams are bringing to the conscious so that you can understand that, hey, maybe this is not for me. Maybe this influencer is not for me. So again, this is all about bringing the things that are uncomfortable from the lower world into the conscious waking world for you. So yeah, shadow work is not an easy thing, but it is a necessary thing in order for us to get to a place of healing. All right, so let's move on to the Aventurine stone. This is the Aventurine crystal, and the cards that go with it are the Time Master. The next card, and I'm going to explain to you what the Time Master is. Time Master is someone who, it's a spirit of, it's very similar to Wheel of Fortune. There's a cycle to everything in life. So with the Time Master, there are cycles, and with your dream, you are probably in a cycle of discovery. Your dream state always likes to bring in things that you are dealing with in your waking life. In this image, I see a few things. I see that there's feathers here. Also in the head, there are feathers. So this is about taking flight. This is about moving forward, not necessarily moving backwards. I feel like this is about moving forward and taking flight, making decisions, Sometimes when we're dreaming about what it is we want out of life. And this is evident of the movement, the cycle. And let's take a look at the next card. Okay, the beloved. This is about our love for ourselves and the love of those that are in our life. So this is moving forward, taking flight, and being in love with ourselves and with our loved ones in our lives. So let's take a look at the dream card. Okay, so in this, I see many images. I also see the clock image. This is our dreams that are taking us through cycles. This is about change. There's lots of wind involved. There's the wind here. There's the kite being flown here. There's movement here. There's, look at that. It's like all kinds of movement here. So this is about winds of change. Now we do see some images here of a car going off a cliff. So that could mean that there are some dangers that we need to make sure that we're looking out for, that as we're moving and changing, that we're not being reckless with our movements, with our decisions. But in this change, in this cycle of change, we are moving forward with some kind of love relationship. And this, again, this doesn't have to be a relationship with others. This can be the relationship with yourself, because your first love should be yourself. You should embody the love, and then you can radiate love outward. When you've filled your cup, you love yourself in a healthy way, then you are able to share love. The abundance grows within yourself, and then you're able to share the love. But yes, I'm seeing that the dreams that you're having are about change. They're about movement, and some of it can be volatile. And even in here, there is a road. This is about traveling. This is about traveling, moving forward. But these are winds of change. So there are some changes that you're having to navigate. And there are some things that are coming in time. This may be giving you a feeling of anxiety, but change is inevitable. So when you know these things ahead of time, you can adjust your emotions. You can prepare. Once you are feeling like you are in a better prepared state, then things don't come so much of a shock to you. All right? So yes, recently you're having some dreams of possibly flying, but these are things that are showing you that there's movement coming, there's movement, there's change happening, and to just prepare yourself for that. All right? Okay, everybody, I hope that this has been helpful for some of the recent dreams that you've been having. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed these interpretations of your recent dreams. I hope that you have a really good week this coming week. Namaste.